How was the weekend, man?
Oh man, it was so good. The Fourth of July. So it was like, yeah, it's the best holiday of the year. We were actually saying it was like on the Fourth of July, like the Heather and I were like going to bed, and we're like, that was pretty close to like a perfect day. It was like we
Mm,
worked out at
mm,
outside at like our home gym with three really good friends came over.
mm. Yeah.
That was amazing, right? Like
Heck yeah.
Hamill was one of them. You know Hamill.
Well, sweet. Yeah.
Yep. And then we went to a coffee shop, a new coffee shop, the new Daily, the
The
place
new
that
the new
replaced
Daily Bro.
the Daily Brew.
Yeah.
Yep. And it was, so that's awesome. And then
How was it? How was the place?
it was good. It was like no line. It was like nice and clean. It was like one of those really nice white everything,
Yeah. Yeah. Sweet.
new big planked hardwood floors.
Beautiful.
And then we went out in the boat and took the boat to like this beach that you can only get to by boat. It's like
Mm,
how insane is that? And
mm.
there must have been 200 boats there, and we
Wow.
knew like 15 of them all near each other. So it was like unbelievable, right? And we're with
Yeah.
our entire family and Maya's boyfriend. So it's like this.
Good.
And so we go in the water, and the kids are just with their friends in the water. I'm seeing my friends I haven't seen so long. We're just like throwing footballs in the water. Then we come home and we play pickleball with our family. We go play pickleball for a couple
Let's
hours.
go,
And then we go to a cookout and then fireworks, and it's like a beautiful day with a sunset. It was like, holy
dude.
crap. Like that's
Let's
pretty
go.
damn close to, I don't know what else you'd add to make it perfect, but I don't think there's any such thing as perfect. That's pretty much as
Dude,
good as it gets, right?
that's a great day. Wow.
And just the cool part is like everyone we're with, this is what makes it so cool, is having the same conversation. Like
Mm,
this is unbelievable. Like no one's
mm,
like,
mm,
no one is nothing like what do you have to complain about, right? There is
mm,
nothing.
mm, mm.
But everyone is going, how amazing is this? Like, how lucky are we? And how, like, at every part of it, when we're working
Totally.
out, to when
Totally.
we go to the
Totally.
coffee shop, to being at the beach, to the cookout, to the pick, like, everyone's like, this is so great. It's
Yeah.
like, man,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think
Yeah.
it's something important of to be able to see the fortune, the privilege, just all of those things and be grateful for it.
Yeah,
Like
man.
to
It's
sit
like,
in gratitude for it. Like,
I
it
was
to it's important. I think it's important to surround yourself with people who are grateful for the things that they have
totally,
in life.
I was sitting on the beach with my mom over the weekend as well. And she just had knee surgery. She has
Mm,
no energy.
yeah.
She's in
I'm sorry.
she was just complaining about how messy the beach was because a storm had come in and like put like all these seaweed and rocks and all this like
Yeah.
it made the beach like not very functional, right? So I was down there. She's sitting down. I'm cleaning up the beach for her, and she's kind of like her way of like saying sort of thank you is like the beach is such a mess, and I'm like cleaning it up, and I was like first world problems. If
Mm-hmm.
we're complaining
Mm-hmm.
about a beach being messy,
Mm-hmm.
and she paused, and you don't know how a mom is going to respond to that,
Mm-hmm.
You're
Mm-hmm.
like kind of calling her out, like, yeah, this isn't something worth complaining about. And she just paused and she goes, yeah, like probably even above that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's good.
like
That's good.
and it made me think about that conversation I thought about a lot over the weekend
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
the point where I ended up talking to my kids about it. I think that what would be a powerful checkpoint for ourselves is when we hear ourselves complaining. I have this, this bracelet I'm showing you. It's like we have the never whine, never complain, never make excuses bracelets. Is when we hear ourselves doing that, because we had a friend over as well, and she was saying to her kids, because we went out to dinner, she's like, it's okay to complain if you can make a change about it. And it got me thinking a little bit like, okay, is that the case? And I actually was like, let's actually, before we allow ourselves even that option, let's like categorize these things like a
Mm-hmm.
hurricane,
Yeah.
right? Like, is it just raining out? If that's the case, like, dude, it rains.
Mm-hmm.
Like for you to get like worked up about a rainy day, like we got some work to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Right.
get it if like a hurricane is coming,
Yeah.
right? If there's a hurricane coming, we should be paying attention. And that's the kind of thing. It's like we
Totally.
might need to batten down the hatches, right? We might need
Totally.
to do some things. We might need to I was kind of thinking that, like, if someone in your immediate family got a terminal illness, that's like a category 5. Like, that should be on the radar. We should be having conversations. We should be talking about this. We should be thinking about how to best navigate this. And if a little bit of complaining comes up along the way, I get it, right? Like, damn it, we had this hurricane. That kind of sucks. I get it. Like, yeah, I get it. But then you kind of go like all the other stuff. You know, the obvious example that everyone kind of relates to is like that someone cuts you off in traffic. Like if that is getting our attention, that's a category 1. That's just like it's raining. Like it's not a storm.
Right.
I thought about that all weekend about like, and just kind of like, how would you rank those? Like category 1 through 5, if you're going to complain. And I think that like, I feel this tug, and I've had this awareness level of this for 2 decades, because it's what I kind of lead in when I'm coaching people like you, right? It's like control what you control, let everything go.
Totally.
Let's go. So I feel a tug, like even like I'm on a bike ride with my family, with Heather and Maya. We're biking on the bike path. It's awesome. It's amazing. And we come out to this open section and there's no shade. And all of a sudden there's a crazy 25-mile-an-hour headwind. And what do you want to do there?
Right.
You want to kind of go like, damn, this sucks. Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, what?
Right.
No, category 1 or below.
Right. Yeah.
If that's the case, that's where I'm like, I don't know. It's like, can you become aware of those things and let the category 1s go? How quickly can you reframe? How quickly can you let go?
Totally. Yeah. I think always pulling back into the perspective, like I said, it's just like being grateful for the things that we have.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's like
I'm reading From Strength to Strength right now. It's a cool book. It's by Arthur Brooks, who wrote How to Build a Meaningful Life, or How to Build a Life. Or read a couple cool books. And he basically says happiness. There's a lot of different equations for happiness, right? Mo got it. His happiness equation was reality minus expectations, right? So if you expect a lot and you don't get it, I expect to go to the CrossFit Games. I don't make it, I'm sad, right? If I don't expect to go to the CrossFit Games and I make it, I'm happy because reality exceeded expectations. Brooks's contention is, well, that's not the case, because then you have to constantly be doing this. It's like, if you get a raise that exceeded your expectations, but then it's gone. Like immediately you're resetting. So it's all about this constant satisfaction. You have to constantly keep it up. So it's basically, what he says is what you have divided by what you want. And I think that that makes it a little bit too materialistic for me. So it's kind of like, where you are versus where you want to be, right? If you're just said another way, so you can either, increase the numerator or decrease the denominator,
right?
Like want less. Totally. Like I don't need the next income level. I don't need the bigger house. I don't need the more status or wealth games.